Hey everybody, this is John from /bash, and today I am bringing you another pro-revenge Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe and ring that notifications bell so you don't miss out on the fun. In our first story, when an electronics repair store manager is wrongly blamed for stealing and named a thief, he decides to take matters into his own hands. Maybe your shop needs some competition. Let's jump right in. This little story of revenge is about how I got even with a former boss and how I destroyed his and his business partner's life in the process. Many years ago, I worked at an electronics repair store that will not be named. It was the only one in our smallish town, so everyone came there. I worked my way up from lowly tech to store manager in roughly 6 months. A few months after I made store manager, one of the owners, who we will call Dennis, insisted on bringing his nephew in as a part-time employee. Don't get ahead of me, Redditors. I initially didn't have any issues with the kid. He had come to the store on multiple occasions and we would all sit around in the back and talk. So again, I had no issues with bringing him on part-time. For a good month or two, the kid, who we will call Kevin, busted his behind, did everything right. He could solder an HDMI port on a PS4 in minutes, one less thing for me to do. Profits for the store were skyrocketing and things seemed rather fine from where I was standing. I was due to make a fairly large bonus that year as long as the store kept turning the amount of money it was turning. I figured at this time we could make Kevin our assistant manager and I could go back to doing paperwork, inventory orders and such, and leave the running of things to him. Well, mistakes were definitely made. I had a bad habit of writing down my login pin because Dennis and his business partner Jay were idiots and wanted the pin to be 9347893247349 digits long. These pins were required to access everything from sales data to the cash register and more. Anyway, around the time that I was turning over the majority of stuff to Kevin to do, I also started taking classes at the local university. So again, me being the idiot that I would leave to go to class before coming back and finishing my shift. Dennis and Jay were fine with this as long as I left someone competent in charge. Fast forward to the end of the month when accounts receivable numbers were run, and wouldn't you know it, we were short by thousands that month. I discussed everything with Dennis and Jay and we assumed it was a computer glitch. There was no way, after almost a year of working there, that the numbers were off. I had never had this happen before. The next month, we were once again off. It was around this time that Dennis and Jay came to me and started accusing me of stealing from them. They pointed out all of the days that the numbers didn't match up and saw that I was always closing that night. When I tried to explain to them that I was in class on those days when the money came up missing and suggested that they look at Kevin, Dennis blew his top. He said, how dare I accuse his nephew of anything, that it was my PIN used to access the register, etc. Needless to say, I was fired. Luckily, they didn't call the cops because, in Jay's words, I had made them a boatload of money. Here's my plan. A couple of years had passed since I was working there. I graduated college with a degree in business and had moved on with my life, or so I thought. One night while I was out at the store, I heard from behind me, "Yo, thief!" As I turned around, I see Kevin and Dennis with a crap-eating grin on their faces. I shrug it off and walk away, continuing to hear their childish taunts. While in my car, I began to formulate a plan. I was going to crush these mother flippers no matter how long it took. It took me 2 months of planning, but finally, I figured that I would use my social engineering skills and my business savvy to completely crash their business. I broke the HDMI port on my PS4 on purpose and took it to have it fixed. Kevin and a girl that had started there a few weeks earlier were the only two working. "Hey, welcome to such and such. Oh, it's you, thief. What can I help you with?" First off, you can stop calling me that. You and I both know it's BS. "Sorry, dude. Dennis told me to call you that. I'm sorry how everything went down. What can I help you with?" "My HDMI port broke. Do you guys still repair them?" "Yeah, we still repair them. It's $115. "Damn, you guys went up in price. Good on you. So how's everything been since I left?" "You mean since you were fired for stealing?" "Yeah, whatever. We both know that's BS. I knew Kevin was trying to impress the girl, but didn't care at that minute. We'll come back to her. As I glanced around, I saw that they had added some new things to the store, including OtterBox cases and such. Whoa, that's new. How did you guys manage to get in with OtterBox? Oh, we didn't. They kept turning us down, so I found a Chinese distro. We get them for $5 and sell them for $30. I'm thinking to myself, this dude loves to blab. I need to keep it up. How much have the prices gone up on other things? Oh, quite a bit actually. You thought you were running this store a profit? Let me show you something. He showed me their new price list, which was insane on the pricing and also a big mistake. Revenge is mine. I never believed in ripping anyone off, so I always convinced Dennis and Jay our pricing was fair, and that they didn't need to charge a lot for repairs. Since they were the only game in town, they had everyone by the balls. After the work was finished, I said goodbye and made sure to wave to the girl as I walked out. This is when my plan really went into motion. I had everything I needed to crush these mother flippers. All except a building. The next day, I looked around for a location to begin to dismantle their monopolistic hold on the town. As luck would have it, a location right across the street from their store was coming up for rent. I quickly signed the lease and began to distribute flyers, letting the town know about our coming grand opening. On the flyer, I was offering 90% off the first repair. Basically, I was doing the work for free, just all they had to do was pay the part price. Opening day comes and I have 60 people there to get repairs, ranging from iPhone screen repairs to simple PC tune-ups. This went on like this for months. Sure, I was taking a loss on the building rent, but this being a smallish town, the rent was easily manageable. After things started to settle down, the business became steady. Dennis and Jay started losing massive business due to the new guy in town. They still hadn't realized it was me. Jane walked in as I was closing up shop. Jane, if you recall, was the girl who worked for Dennis that Kevin was trying to hit on. Apparently, she had been let go that night and was looking for another job. I immediately gave her the job because she knew her stuff. I asked her what all happened over there, and she said everything has gone to crap and that the store has been losing tens of thousands since this place opened and that she would have left sooner if she didn't need the job. Kevin apparently really liked her and couldn't keep his hands to himself. A month after Jane came in, Dennis and Jay came in to see who their new competition was. As they walked in, I greeted them as I do any customer. Welcome to the new guy's electronic repair. How can I help you? Does the owner know he hired a thief? Oh, I'm sure he knows you're full of crap on that one. Get me your manager, you piece of crap thief. Sir, I am the manager. How can I help you? Well, is the owner here? Yes, sir, he is. Good, then go get him so that I can tell him what a thief you are. Sure, 1 minute. I walk into the back and start talking to Jane. We both enjoy a laugh because she overheard this dude. I walk out of the back and look at Dennis. How can I help you? You can stop playing games and get me your owner. I point to the sign behind me. Yeah, that's me. How can I help you? You're the one that has been taking all of our business? Yep, you called me a thief when you knew all along it was your piece of crap nephew that was stealing from you. I made it my life's mission to destroy you the day you and Kevin called me a thief in the store. You couldn't leave well enough alone. You mean to tell me that this is all his fault? Looking at Dennis. Yep, and yours as well. You had a chance to stick up for me and didn't. If I can't assist you gentlemen with a repair or anything, I kindly ask that you leave my store. Flip you haven't heard the end of us. This quite literally cracked me up, the dude trying to talk tough. I laughed as they stormed out of my store. About this time, Jane came from out of the back area and dropped her phone. I bent down to pick it up and noticed that it was the fake OtterBoxes that the other store was selling. I made an anonymous tip to OtterBox regarding them selling counterfeits. Boy, let me tell you, OtterBox doesn't flipping play. Within a week, the other store was raided. Kevin, Dennis, and Jay were all arrested for selling counterfeit items and were sued into bankruptcy. As for Jane and I, well, we just welcomed our first child into the world and have been married for 1.5 years. If you're reading this, Kevin, little flipping thief, not only did I cost you and your uncle everything, but I also took your woman. This is John from Slash Bash. Please hit that like button to help with the YouTube algorithm and subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.